Hi everyone, welcome to Social Studies class. Lesson Northern Mountains. Already we know so many things about Northern Mountains. Northern Mountains, they are located in the north direction of India, Himalayas and Karakoram mountain ranges. What is the meaning of Himalaya? The abode of snow. The abode of snow. Which is the highest mountain range in the world? Himalaya mountain range. Next, which is the highest peak in the world? Mount Everest. Mount Everest. Which is the second highest peak? Which is the second highest peak in the world? K2. It is located in Indian region. It is located in our country. First highest in the world located in highest peak in the world located in Nepal country. Second highest peak in the world located in our country. Okay. Next, how many parallel ranges of Himalayas? 3 parallel ranges: the greater Himalayas, the lesser Himalayas, the outer Himalayas. Himadri, Himachal, Shaivalix. 3 parallel ranges of Himalayas. Already we discussed about them very briefly. Now topic is importance of the Himalayas. Already we discussed about Trans-Himalayan range, Purvanchal range, at the same time life in the region. Yes, the people who are living in this region, what is their lifestyle? What is the source of their income? Tourism is the main source of their income. Kashmiri people used to speak in Kashmiri and Dogri. In Kulu region they used to speak in Hindi. Yes, in Sikkim the women wear long skirt called Baku. Yes, Kangri. What is Kangri? The pot. A pot with burning coals. Why they use? To keep warm themselves. Okay, under the loose garments they keep a pot with burning coal. Why? To keep warm themselves. Okay, all these topics learning is finished in previous classes. Now, importance of the Himalayas. What is the meaning of importance of the Himalayas? How they are helping to us. In many ways, Himalayas are very helpful for our country. Okay, let us learn them. High mountain ranges and peaks act as barrier. Okay, barrier means just protectors. Against enemies. Who are enemies? Yes, we know every country always try to fight with another country. Why? To occupy the land and to rule that country. Yes, to occupy the land and to rule that country. Every country always tries to fight with another countries. Yes, if this is India, okay, here China, this side Pakistan, here Nepal. These are Himalayas, high peaks, Himadri region, highest peaks and highest ranges, mountain ranges are acting like a barrier. What is barrier? Protectors, guards. Because of Himalayas, enemies cannot enter into our country. Why? It is very cold. Already we learnt Himadri region is the region that which is very difficult for human life and animal life. So anyone who wants to enter from the Himalayas, they will die. They will die. Why? Because of cold. Because of cold, okay, humans will die. So that it is protecting us from enemies. Enemies cannot enter to our India. Why? Height peaks are there, right? Height peaks are there, mountain ranges are there. How can they cross these mountains and how can they enter into our India? So fourth direction, north direction. Yes, in north direction already we discussed in previous class, Himalayas are make natural boundary between China and India. So because of that natural boundary, Himalayas, China people also cannot enter into our India. This side also, wherever Himalayas are located, other side of the country people cannot enter into our country. So first importance of the Himalaya is it is protecting our country from the enemies, protecting from the countries. Peaks and mountain ranges are acting as barrier, okay, protector, guard, okay, it is protecting from enemies. Next, it is playing an important role in the defense of our country, okay. Defense. Who is our defense minister? Rajnath Singh. Who is our defense minister? Rajnath Singh. Defense means that all the team try to protect our country. The employees or people who are working in that defense ministry, okay, defense department, what is their main work? To protect our country. If there is any critical situation, they take so many risks. Why? To protect our India. So these Himalayas are playing an key role, important role. Why? If there are no Himalayas, thousands of people, okay, thousands of people should go to that boundary area. If there is no natural boundary, our army people should go to there and protect the country border lines. But there are Himalayas, so instead of our army people, that Himalayas are protecting our India. So there is no need of humans. There is no need of humans. Why? It is very strongly built natural boundary. Yes, so it is very important in defense of our India also. Next, protects from cold winds. Protects from cold winds from Siberian forest. That side, from another side of the Himalayas, always cold winds are flowing. Always cold winds are flowing. Yes, there is Himalayan range. It is protecting from the cold winds. If there is no Himalayas, that cold winds can enter into our India, so that we face difficulties from the cold winds. So many cold countries are there, they are always wearing sweaters and heaters. We also should live like that people. If there are no Himalayas, if there are no Himalayas, cold winds enters into our India, so that every time we should wear sweaters, we should use heaters in our home, okay. It is very difficult. So how important Himalayan ranges? Yes, they are protecting from cold winds, so it is stopping them. Okay, there. Why? They are standing between of cold winds and our country. Okay. Next, it prevents rain bearing clouds. Rain bearing clouds. Okay, what are rain bearing clouds? The clouds which are carrying the rain. Carrying the rain means carrying the water. Okay, which are carrying the water. Why? They are very height, right? Yes, always water is there. Yes, evaporation will occur there, so that northern India, total northern India area having good rains because of Himalayas. Why? Himalayas full of snow, there is no problem for water, so always rains, full of rains. That's why northern area, North India, it is very fertile soil. Northern plains, it is very good place for cultivation. Okay, Uttarakhand, in Telugu we call Uttaram, north, right? So Uttar Pradesh, okay, it is the maximum paddy producing state in India. Why? There is maximum wheat producing state, Uttar Pradesh. Bengal, West Bengal, it is the maximum paddy producing state. Why? Full of water, full of rains. Okay, it prevents rain bearing clouds from the escaping. Okay, they prevents rain bearing clouds. If they are moving to another place, they turns them. Okay, they turns the rain bearing clouds from the escaping of the north, so that because of Himalayas, North India area is receiving good rainfall. When it is receiving good rainfall, full of water, it is with full of water, so very good position in cultivation, farming. Okay, yes, this causes rainfall in entire northern India. Next, dense forest up to an altitude of 1500 meters. Okay, what is the altitude? It is a place, 1500 meters altitudes. It is covered dense forest. What is the meaning of dense? It means thick. Dense forest, thick forest. If there is thick forest, so many plants will be there, big trees will be there, fruits. Yes, wild animals also available, we can find there. So it is very dense forest, having up to an altitude of 1500 meters, up to 1500 meters height, it is covered with thick forest. A rich variety of vegetation. Okay, vegetation means growing plants, trees, it is called vegetation. Next, wildlife, already we discussed, right? Due to this Himalayan range climate, variety of vegetation is available here. At the same time, because of thick forest, wild animals, where they live? In forest. If it is a thick forest, full happy life for wild animals, right? Full happy life. Why? If it is forest, human being cannot go there, could not go there, so they are free birds, they can live freely in the thick forest. Why? We could not go there. Human beings sometimes disturbs the wild animals, right? If there is no movement of the human beings, so it is free life for wild animals. Good, a rich vegetation. A rich vegetation means full of vegetation. Okay, wherever you see, full vegetation, greenery, total thick forest, green plants, green trees, total greenery. It is rich vegetation. Okay. Next, the source of major rivers. Yes, already we discussed in Himalayas, glaciers are there. When they are moving slowly, very slowly. How much slowly? Even we could not find out that it is moving. When they are moving, after moving, when they are reaching to plains areas. Yes, already we discussed Himalayas, south to Himalayas there is northern plain, right? When they reach to northern plains, the ice or snow is melting into water. Ice is melting into water. So rivers are starting, okay, due to Himalayas. Himalayas are sources for many rivers: Ganga river, Indus river, Brahmaputra river, and tributaries. What is the meaning of tributaries? Just branches. For suppose if this is Ganga river, if this is flowing here starting point of the Ganga river, after flowing to some kilometers or some meters, one more, it is called tributary. Ganga river is going straight here. Example, for suppose I am telling, after some kilometers one more branch, okay, one more branch like this. These are tributaries. We can call the tributaries of Ganga river. These are the tributaries of Ganga river. It means its branches. If the water of the Ganga river dry, these branches also will face the water problem, so they also will dry. So main source of these tributaries is Ganga river. Okay, it is called Ganga river tributaries. Ganga river tributaries. So Himalayas are the main source of major rivers. Major rivers means Ganga river. Already we discussed which is the longest river in India. Which is the longest river in India? Which river? Ganga river. Ganga river is the longest river in India. What is the length of Ganga river? 2525 kilometers. 2525 kilometers. 2525 kilometers. But it is very simple to say 2525. It is fancy number, right? 2525 kilometers. 2525 kilometers. So that's why we call major rivers Ganga river, Indus river, Brahmaputra river. Indus river also starting from Jammu Kashmir and it is flowing to Pakistan. Major part of the Pakistan, it is depends upon Indus river. Why? It is also very big river, Indus river. Next, Brahmaputra river, Assam side, okay, it is having Brahmaputra valley is there, Brahmaputra river is there. Yes, Himalayas also starting available there. So it is east side of India. Brahmaputra river is east side of India. So surrounding places depends upon Brahmaputra river. It means they are major rivers. Small rivers are there, major rivers also there, medium rivers also there. Major rivers. If there are no Himalayas, it is very difficult for water. Yes, there is Himalayan range available, so that it is giving so much of water to these rivers. So it is very useful for all the people who are living the banks of these rivers. If there is no Himalayas, there is no water in Ganga river, there is no water in Brahmaputra river, there is no water in Indus river, then just imagine the situation. What will be the situation? It is very difficult to survive the people who are living in this region. So At the same time, one more important thing about rivers, these rivers make our land fertile. What is the fertile meaning? Strengthen, strength. When the rivers are flowing, what is the river flowing means? Just water flowing from one place to another place. When they are flowing from one place to another place, they are carrying soil along with the water and small pebbles, small rocks carrying with them, and they are carrying with them, and wherever the flowing is getting down, they are just depositing there. Yes, taking from this place soil, pebbles, small rocks and depositing somewhere. Soil is bringing and depositing somewhere. This area land is getting strengthened. Okay, it is getting strength. That is what these rivers are making our land fertile. Due to these rivers flowing, good soil and good pebbles, good rocks, small rocks are coming to here and they are depositing here, so that lands are becoming as fertile land. Good strengthened land. Good strengthened land is useful for good cultivation. Okay, this is all the topic about importance of the Himalayas. Yes, to understand more things, read the lesson once and twice. Okay, thank you.